In this video, we will discuss about the usage of while loops in Python. While loop is used to execute a single or block of statements repeatedly until the given condition becomes false. When the condition is evaluated to be false, the program will skip the while loop code block and continue with the remaining of the program. We can use different conditional statements like if-else, if-else inside the while statement. We can also use the break and continue statements inside while loop. We should take care that the increment operator is present and is incrementing the while loop correctly, else the while loop goes into infinite loop. The syntax for the while loop is while with the condition in braces, and then the set of statements to be executed when the while loop is evaluated to be true. The set of statements also include the increment operator. While loops can also have an optional else block. The else part is always executed irrespective of whether the condition in while loop evaluates to true or false. When the while loop is terminated by using a break statement. In such cases, only the else part is ignored. The syntax for the while loop with else is while with the condition in braces, and then the set of statements to be executed when the if statement is evaluated to be true. The set of statements also include the increment operator. It is followed by else block with the set of statements to be executed. Let's test the while loop using a program. In the program, suppose we want to print the values from 1 to 9 using while loop. A variable counter x is initialized with a value of 1. While loop is added with a condition as variable counter x is less than 10. If the condition is evaluated to be true, then first it will print the value of the variable counter x and then it increments the value of variable by 1. Counter x plus equals 1 is equivalent to counter x equals counter x plus 1. When executed, we can see that all the values from 1 till 9 has been printed. Incrementing the counter is very important and we cannot skip it, else the program will go into an infinite loop. Commenting the counter and executing the program again, we can see that the program has gone into infinite loop. This is because the value of variable counter x is 1, and as this is never increment, so for the while loop the condition 1 less than 10 is always evaluated to be true, and thus it goes to the infinite loop. We need to forcefully stop the program, uncommenting the counter and adding the else block with a print statement. The program is executed again. This time we can see that after printing the value from 1 till 9, it has also executed the print statement inside the else block. This is an expected behavior. The optional else block, if present, should always be executed only when the break statement is not used in the while loop. So now let's add the break statement in the while loop and test the functionality again. If statement is added to check if the value of variable counter x is equal to 6, then call the break statement and terminate the while loop. When executed, We can see that it has printed the values only from 1 till 5. Once the variable value reaches 6, the if condition evaluates to be true and calls the break statement. This not only exits the while loop but also the else statement. That's why the print statement in else block didn't got printed. This is how we use the while loop in Python.